Hello and welcome to episode 443 of the Daily Sales Message Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple, actionable advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. Now, in this episode, we're talking about the fact that two is too many. Two is too many, and this comes down to ideas or concepts. I mean, lots of business people, lots of entrepreneurs, salespeople that try and sell or articulate two things at the same time. And as ridiculous as it might sound, two is too many. We need to talk about one thing at a time and then the next thing. We need to make sure people are with us. Selling is really about good communication and finding a connection point. It's not about techniques and trickery and persuasion. It's about keeping things nice and simple, concise, and of course clear, but I would say that I'm biased. So two is too many. If you find yourself articulating even two concepts to somebody at the same time, stop and separate them out. Do one and then do the other. If you try and present two options at the same time, you're going to frazzle the mind of the person you're talking to. They're going to find it much harder to make a decision. One thing at a time. I use this concept to the nth degree when I present. When I present and I have slides, I'm well known for having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of slides, because I will have one word, two words, three words on a single slide, but it's one idea, one concept. I move from one idea to the other, to the other, to the other. That's much more effective than me having a slide behind me with 10 ideas on it, and I start with number one and I work my way down, because you're reading ahead of me and you're already bored and you're taking everything else in. So two is too many. Don't try and explain or communicate two ideas at the same time. Keep it one by one by one. Simplicity sells, complexity fails. That's what we need to remember. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. Tomorrow in episode 444, we're talking about meaningful names. Meaningful names. And I've got a real bugbear about how people name their business, product, or service. One of my kind of taglines for that is, don't give yourself a bad name. Don't give yourself a bad name. But we're going to talk tomorrow about meaningful names, and I've got a couple of tips on what to do for the best. I'll catch you tomorrow in that episode. If you haven't already, please hit the like or subscribe button, share this, comment on it, interact with it in some way. It just helps us to reach more people, and I'd be very appreciative. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I'll catch you in another episode of the Daily Sales Message.